Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Galley La Podcast. I'm your host, Geboss, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Akainu Fanboy.
Yo.
And today, we're going to be talking about episodes 5 through 9 of Sakamoto Days. So please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let us know what you thought of the episodes. And let's just get right into it. So, we go into episode 5, and we finish up the fight with Boiled and everything. So what would you feel about the resolution of this fight?
I thought it was well done, and I had a feeling they were going to be amicable to one another towards the end and everything. And I thought it was just a good way to develop their characters, to get some good fight scenes in, and just some comedic scenes, while kind of building up slightly world building in terms of just showing more of the assassin world.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny when his wife finally found out that they were coming after him and everything, and even Boiled was scared. But yeah, I really liked it too. I hope that we see more Boiled in the future, because he's kind of an interesting character. Like it's kind of weird though, because like, oh, I'm going to kill you, but then they get beaten and they're automatically like, okay, I'm not going to bother to go after you now. But I guess,
yeah, it's kind of like Senior Pink vibes a little bit, you know?
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of not personal. It's just a contract.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But then we get the part where they go into the video store to figure out where the people who put the bounty on Sakamoto's head came from. And I thought that was interesting too, like the deal broker type of thing, like everything was hidden in the movies as information. It kind of reminded me of they remade the series of Unfortunate Events stuff for Netflix, and they kind of had something like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then they go to the headquarters, and they're all killed by Nagumo, who's just there. And what'd you think about that? Did you think that we were going to get like a whole thing with the headquarters, or what?
No, I did not, and I thought it was really cool the way they presented everything too. I thought it was just like pretty well done, and all the rest. I like Nagumo a lot. I think he's a really cool design character and things like that too. So I think he's pretty great.
Yeah, I think he's a fan favorite, because he's kind of like that goofy personality that hides his true strength.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I thought he was pretty cool. Like I said, yeah, just expanding world building, and these guys are kind of like the 7 warlords of the sea, if you will. You know, the more you get into these top assassins and everything, you know. Yeah. I didn't realize there were as many as there were, though, because at first, initially, I guess I wasn't paying as close attention the first watch, where I thought there was like maybe just going to be like 4 or 5 of them, basically, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are only 4 or 5 of them. Like, we see the meeting between them, and you have Nagumo, you have Shishiba, the guy with the hammer, you have Osaragi, who's the girl. You get one other character who hasn't been introduced yet, really, and then the old guy that they mentioned. So I think they're the members of the Order.
Okay, I thought there was more. I thought there was a lot more members of the Order, but I guess I could be mistaken, though.
Yeah, so it's kind of confusing, because the Order is like the top ranked ones. Like, they're kind of like the ones who take care. They're the top, and everything else is I think it's the JAA, the Japan. It's the assassin agency. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so they're the most elite assassins, the Order. But it kind of sounds, I think it's confusing, because the Order sounds like it's the name for the whole group. But yeah, there's a lot more hitmen in the Order, which is where they trained. Yeah. But
gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, we find out Nagumo's there because he's trying to find they've been hitmen have been dying off. They've been getting murdered, and we find out that it's being done by this guy called Slur. Interesting name, but yeah, we kind of get that set up, and yeah, what did you think of that?
Just the meeting and everything with Slur, and I mean, talking about Slur and all that.
Yeah,
I find it interesting how they feel the need to kind of like initiate, like, what's the word? Yeah, kind of initiate a counter-strike that has been that much of an issue and everything. And it's always funny how like assassins feel the need to care about other assassins to an extent and everything too.
Yeah.
I kind of find like an irony in that, the order with all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, so that was great. And I don't know, I did like their design generally, and I thought they brought in a good sense of mystique too to the whole thing as well, Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, and then we go from all this mystery to just introducing a whole new character with in the next episode 6, with Heisuke, the sniper. So
that's good.
Yeah, I remember reading.
Sorry, real quick. But
ahead.
the Shishiba thing with the food was also pretty over the top crazy stuff too. That was pretty great.
Oh yeah, that too.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
But yeah, we get the introduction to Heisuke, and the best character, his bird Pisuke.
Yes.
But yeah, I did not remember when I was reading the manga liking him as much as I did while watching it. What were your impressions of him?
Like, yeah, it was like pretty positive, and just obviously seeing how he helps out the rest of the team later on too. I thought it was like, I was pretty hyped up to see him like do something confident and see how skillful he is against, especially like Siba and everything like that. So I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I liked how like we got the paintball contest and everything, and we got to see like even Sakamoto was complimenting him on his sniping, because we see like even though Sakamoto kind of deflected one of his bullets, it like shot off part of his hand a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah, I kind of like the little party that we're forming at Sakamoto's with Heisuke, Lu, Shin, and Sakamoto and his family.
Yeah, no, I like it too, and like I said, you're slowly getting the character and development in and everything. So, yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, it's I'm starting to get a lot of affection for the team and everything.
Yeah. But yeah. And then the next episode, 7, 8, and 9, kind of form a little mini arc with them fighting in the underground laboratory at the museum. So so yeah, I really like this thing, because we get more of Shin's backstory, we get more character development with him and Sakamoto, and kind of learning, kind of seeing more of what Sakamoto can do, especially toward the end. But yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, no, it was a great mini arc. Like I said, great character development for Shin, and first you kind of think like, oh, this isn't, it's going to kind of be like a derpy little arc, slice of life to an extent, and then you see how it connects in with Slur and the Order, and then you start to get like pretty hyped up pretty quickly. But it's also just a great backstory for Shin too. You really start to see his development come in, which I didn't really see coming. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought they really like illustrated it quite well too. Like, what it would be like for a little kid to have those powers and how people would react differently around you. And You see Shin as like a pretty good, solid person as well, and I enjoyed the scientists too. And I was kind of shocked with how how long the fight went between Mr. Sakamoto and Horiguchi, the vaccine guy and everything. I was kind of shocked how long that one went for, but I guess it's kind of one of those weird gimmicky powers where if it catches you off guard, it will take you a while,
Yeah, it's kind of just random science bullshit. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, especially like how they defeat him with Shin reading Sakamoto's mind and him dodging so that he can so that Horiguchi can get hit. I like the conclusion of that fight a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but
it is funny how they kind of hype up the other commanders or lieutenants or what you would call them, where when they interact with the order, because at first you're like, oh, whoa, they did like a quick dash and they're hanging over them, like, wow, they must be strong, and then just kind of one shot, and who knows, they, I think when we see Seba and Horiguchi, like, they were pretty powerful opponents, but I think it just shows how strong the order people are.
Yeah. Seba, I liked his whole fight. We skipped over that fight on the highway. I thought that was cool, showing up his invisibility technology and everything. I do think that I think in our first video I kind of said that the choreography and the impacts weren't as good as the manga, but I think they're getting better the more that we're going into it.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed Shin's fight with Seba and everything, especially like you said when Heisuke came in and provided the assist.
Yeah, no, that was great. So it was a cool fight with the water and everything like that too, and yeah, it was a good drawn out tactical fight, which is good for Shin and Seba. So I like that type of fight too. It really shows the characterization of Shin pretty well, and everything. So, and his particular fighting style. So that was great. And then, just the order members though. Like, I like how I love their interactions. I think they're really good, unique characters. I think they're cool and badass. Usaragi? Is that her name?
Yeah,
Usaragi. Yeah. Her just like boom, boom, just like just one shot of both of those lieutenants.
Yeah.
Was kind of insane, And then Shishiba, like, he didn't have as much of a impressive showing because he just did like one hit and that guy, and and he took damage, right, and everything like that, but it just wasn't enough to take him out. Kashima, right? Wasn't enough to take him out, but it probably would have been. I'm just making assumptions here because Shishiba made, like he said, like, this would be he would bet on Sakamoto, but he's out of shape and everything like that. Sakamoto acknowledges himself that he needs to train more, which I liked a lot too. So I assume the order members would have made it easier time at Kashima if I had to guess.
Probably, because I think we were gonna see like a fight between them if Sakamoto literally didn't just drop out of the sky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think if it was anyone but Kashima, like, Shishiba would have just one-shot him with the hammer, like twisting his neck and everything. But Kashima, he is an interesting character. Like, from the introduction with the elk mask, and
yes,
and then you see like he's all stitched up, and he's just made of weapons. I think they said like 70% of his body was weapons.
Yeah.
It's like, I like the series a lot, but like, and a lot of it kind of is, it's basically within the real world. But like, that I think Kashimo took it a little too far. You know what I mean? Just like with the lasers coming out and everything. But maybe that's just me nitpicking. But what do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was like, I mean, I thought he was like more menacing with the elk mask on, though.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? It was just very creepy and unnerving and all the rest.
Yeah, it's got that uncanny like feel to it.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I do think that his fight with Sakamoto on the train and everything was really well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, especially when like Sakamoto got knocked into the one train, and he literally just ran and jumped back in as they were passing.
Yeah. That was pretty great. And I thought it was going to be kind of like, you know, he goes after civilians and everything, but Sakamoto was too strong to kind of prevent that from happening. So
I mean, he literally does throw people at him, but Sakamoto just catches them and places them on their seats. But that's just another thing. Like they don't seem like disturbed at all about this.
Yeah, so you definitely have that comedic feel. So I mean, this show can get very dark and comedic at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think the slur introduction with Shin was kind of one of those demonstrations, like, ooh, aura alert, you know, alert, you know.
Yeah, it's yeah, that was definitely creepy. We kind of get the introduction of who seems to be like a long-running villain with this. But yeah, I really like, because we see him like he's just sitting on a pile of bodies and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this little group of episodes, especially at the end when like you said, like everyone thought that Shin was kind of creepy for reading their minds, and at the end he's reading their minds and they're all congratulating him and everything. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, so this arc provided good characterization for Lou as well too, and Shin, you know, and Sakamoto gets like more experience fighting. You get the order introduction, you get slur introduction, so it was impressive to see how much he compiled in this arc while keeping the comedic feel and the cool badass action. So it was a really great arc and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. So I just want to touch briefly on the whole like strongest character thing. I think you know where I'm gonna go with this, but so
Akainu.
No. but no, like Sakamoto is supposed to be like the deadliest assassin and everything, but we still see like he has like all these flaws in terms of his strength and everything. Like he's not one-shotting people, they're putting up fights and everything. And even like he said, like, oh, I need to train some more, get back in shape and everything. But we've been watching the newest season of Tower of God, or not Tower of God, Solo Leveling. And I know that you've had your complaints about the power scaling on that, like with the strongest characters, you know. We won't.
Well, there isn't power scaling; it's just one character. But continue. Yeah.
We won't get too into it because I think we're gonna make a video on it when the season's over. But yeah, I think this is how you kind of do that right, you know, like having a really strong character, like, but them having flaws and whatnot.
And I mean, OP characters can be done well, like in Mob Psycho and One Punch Man. You know, like as an MC, it can be done well. I just think it's incredibly difficult to do it, you know. But I think this is really interesting, where it kind of is different from most like shonen, where he kind of started out as the strongest, like in the prequel area, and now he's kind of like in a depreciated state, you know, as the MC, which is very, very like different. for sure. You know, like they start out as like, you know, form 0 and everything like that. So I do like it, you know, and they definitely make light of his obesity and things like that too, to really drive home the point that that's what's diminishing combat ability and all the rest too, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they do handle it well. I like how they didn't kill off the order members like right off the rip, you know, like having them run into Slur. I think that's well done, because I think that would have just taken a lot of the gravitas away from the order, you know, if they were killed off so early, just using type tools. So I like that a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of use the lieutenants as hype tools, but most likely they're not going to be big thing. This organization is not going to be the, you know, the end all, you know, right? Like big figures.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of, they were trying to get the information from the scientists about their research, like with mind reading and everything, but I think they're out of the picture for now. But
yeah, right.
But yeah, really great set of episodes. I think they're going to go up to episode 13, 12 or 13. We'll see. But and then there's a second set of either 12 or 13 episodes that's going to come out.
Mm-hmm,
so
yeah,
we'll keep.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll keep covering them. But yeah, any final thoughts?
No, I just love this show. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it every week. It's been great. Really good stuff.
Yeah. Well, once again, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Let us know what you thought of these episodes, and we will see you guys in the next video. See ya.
Peace.